Let's go! Put your hands together for the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just basketball, people. This is where what just happened happens all the time. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour presented by Jersey Mike Subs at Wells Fargo Arena on January 7th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
All Access. An inside look at what it takes to operate Iowa's largest entertainment and convention facilities. This is Iowa Events Center All Access. From Iowa Everywhere.
And what's up, everyone? Welcome to All Access presented by the Iowa Event Center. We're here in the Channel Seed Studios. Hey, we got a special episode of All Access for you today. The Harlem Globetrotters coming to Des Moines on Sunday, January 7th, Wells Fargo Arena. Tickets are still available at HighVTix.com. Hot Rod De La Rosa, one of the star players for the Globetrotters, got to sit down with me. Talked a little bit about his upbringing as a young kid in New York. Actually watched the Globetrotters as a child and got to see them and really kind of living out his dream now of playing basketball at this level with the Globetrotters. A really fun interview with him. He's a 7'1" forward. Has kind of got a trademarked sky hook shot. Really fun energy, great guy. Hope you can get a chance to come see him Sunday, January 7th at Wells Fargo Arena. So here's my interview with Hot Rod De La Rosa. Well, joining me now from the Harlem Globetrotters is the one and only Hot Rod De La Rosa. How you doing, Hot Rod?
I'm good. Thank you for having me this morning.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to remind people the Harlem Globetrotters will be in Des Moines on Sunday, January 7th at Wells Fargo Arena. Hot Rod will be there. You were just telling me you've been to Iowa before. This isn't your first rodeo in Iowa.
Yeah. This is my second time in Des Moines, Iowa. My first time in Des Moines, Iowa was, I want to say 2021, and it was my first time as a Harlem Globetrotter. We did our first game, our first tour trip to Des Moines, Iowa at the Wells Fargo's Arena. And it was my first time. I didn't know what to expect. I saw a lot of fans there. I had the jitters at the time, and then it hit me. I was like, wow, this is truly amazing. Like, we rock stars, you know? So for people to come out here, and we was at Wells Fargo's Arena doing what we do, showing off our tricks, slam dunks. It was like, all right, yeah,
Okay.
let's do
So
it.
you played college basketball at St. John's, right? Or you
Yep,
played a couple places.
Yeah. I played that. I first was committed and went to Florida International, which is FIU under head coach Isaiah Thomas from the '89 Pistons. Later on, the program and the coaches parted ways, which is understandable. What happens in college basketball.
Sure.
From there on, I stood one more year there, but I got injured. I caught a concussion, and then they found out the verticals in my ears. The crystal on my ears got knocked off, so I had vertigo for like 6 months.
Okay.
So I decided to get a medical red shirt to come home, and that's when I had the opportunity to earn a scholarship to go to and transfer to St. John's University and play under head coach Steve Lavin, which had an amazing staff. If you know basketball, you know who Steve Lavin is.
Sure.
Our coaches was Hall of Fame coach Gene Cady. We had coach like Rico Hines, who's the head assistant for the 76ers. We had coach Derek Martin that used to play at UCLA and also played in the NBA for the Grizzlies. We had Jim Whitesell, who's was the coach at Buffalo University.
Yep.
And we had Tony Child, who was coach at multiple Division I colleges.
So Hot Rod, how'd you get the name Hot Rod?
Oh, I got the name Hot Rod, obviously because of my good looks. And on the basketball court, I'm built like a muscle car, American made.
Yeah, so people can't see your full height on the video or on the podcast. You're 7'1"?
Yeah, 7'1", the tallest Harlem Globetrotter as of right now. Yep, on the roster.
That's awesome. And so you were saying, so you grew up in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm originally I'm from the Dominican Republic, and I grew up in New York City. Yep.
So man, being part of the Harlem Globetrotters has to be extra special for you.
Oh, it's love. Let me tell you a quick story about myself right now. When I was 9 years old, the Harlem Globetrotters came to my school, and they was doing the same exact tricks that I go out here every single day and do, and spin the ball on their fingers and talking to us. And somewhere along that line, I was like, wow, these guys are truly amazing. I went home later that day and I told my mom, Dad, hoy yo voy a jugar baloncesto. Today I'm gonna be a basketball player, and I want to be a basketball player for however long I can be a basketball player. And my mom and my dad was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I know I'm gonna be a basketball player." I just met these guys. They were so tall. They was doing tricks, passing the ball under their legs, behind their back, and then my parents was like, "All right, all right." Then I went on to make my fourth grade basketball team, which was, the first time I ever made a basketball team and played. And from there, I ended up going to high school where I went to St. Raymond's in the Bronx. Later on, I transferred to Mount Red Academy, which is the number one school in the country for basketball. So those are two good high schools that are in the top 25 every single year. Where I went to Mount Red Academy, and then I graduated, and I got the opportunity to earn multiple Division I scholarships, where I went to St. John's University, and I earned my degree in business and specifically in sports management and a minor in finance. From there on out, I had a few NBA workouts, and I played overseas. I played in places like China, Malaysia, Thailand, República Dominicana, España, Nicaragua, and El Salvador. And then I got the phone call one time, and they asked me, "Hey, would you want to try out for the Harlem Globetrotters? Like, they're interested in you." And I was like, I took a pause. I paused, and I was like, "Wait a minute, Harlem Globetrotters." And I remember about that very first time when I was a 9-year-old boy in PS9 on 183rd Street in New York City. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I want to be a Harlem. I'm gonna try out. I then on went to tryouts, made the team. I think, and I know I was the best big man there at that tryout. They called me a month later. They say you're on the team. You're getting invited to training camp. When I got to training camp, it really hit me. I saw all these guys on the team working on their tricks, working on their passes, and I was like, "You guys, yo, this, yeah, all right, all right." And that's when I was like, "Yeah, let's go to show. Let's go do what we do best." And that's put a smile on people's faces and
Yeah.
motivate them and inspire them. So it was
So
it was love. It was love. I like
that's
it. I love
amazing.
it.
So at 7-1, I was reading, you're kind of known for your sky hook shot. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. The sky
Okay.
hook shot. I like, I'm a big guy. I know when I got somebody behind me on the post and I feel them out and I take one crab dribble into the middle and I just let that thing fly. I let the flick of the wrist and then the ball does its own thing. It goes in every time. I feel like it's the most effective move in basketball because it's hard to block. Not people can't block the sky hook. You're on this side. I'm already shielding you off. I'm protecting myself, and the ball is coming this way. So how you gonna block that? You gotta come across my body, and then that's gonna be a foul. And then I go to the line for two shots. Well, normally it's one shot because I make the sky hook. They call it beep. That's the N one, like how we say it in New York, and then I shoot my free throws. So yeah, I love the sky hook. I think is
Yeah.
I think every big man should have that in their package.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
you a big man, you got the footwork, you got the little baby jump hook, then you add the sky hook, then you add the drop step. So I think every big man and sometimes guards, if they could get away with it, big guards, I think they should work on their sky hook because I feel like it's a very good move.
So you've been with the Globetrotters for a couple years now. So I got to imagine you've been a few places, as you mentioned. You've got to
Oh
go
yeah,
to a lot of
most
different
definitely.
countries. It's in the name. You're a Globetrotter. You
Yeah,
travel the
yeah.
globe. You show off your basketball skills to the world. What are some of the cool places you've been to, and what's the grind of that like? Kind of traveling day to day in different cities. I'd have to
Sheesh.
imagine. I mean, you play college ball. You're traveling every once in a while, but nothing quite like what you're doing now. I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, this is my third. This is gonna be my third year with the Harlem Globetrotters. We just got back from training camp last week, so we start off every December 25th. We fly out and meet our respective units, and then we play on the 26th, which is opening day for the Globetrotters. But going back to your question, I love being a Globetrotter. I love traveling to different cities. I get to see new things. I get to meet new people, and just I don't know. It's just I love going. Like I said, like I love seeing new people. I love seeing new things. I always heard of different places, but I sometimes I never been there. And we're being with the whole Harlem Globetrotters. We're everywhere. We're either in Arkansas one day, but tomorrow we're in the Dominican Republic. Then we're in Australia. Then we're in Argentina, España. Then it's like so. I think for me, it's amazing to travel the world and doing what I do, which is playing basketball. Basketball is my passion, and I like it. I love it. I can't complain. It's kind of tough sometimes, like anything, because you're living out a suitcase. You're not in your bed. You're not in your house. You're in a different hotel room, and you're living out your suitcase. So today's like, okay, I gotta wear this. I gotta wear that. You gotta manage what you gotta wear, and then on your off day, you go to the laundry and you wash your clothes. Well, they take
Yeah.
care of that for
S-
us.
See, Tony, you mentioned training camp, so I gotta imagine.
Hmm.
So you guys have it like an off season, right? What
Yep. Yeah.
what does a Harlem Globetrotters training camp look like? I would imagine it's a little different than like an NBA training camp, but
Yeah.
you guys are doing probably some fun stuff, some skit like
Yeah.
rehearsing some skits and
Oh
stuff. What
yeah, yeah.
what what goes into a Globetrotters training camp?
Training camp, don't get me wrong. The first thing we gotta do, we're basketball players first. So we gotta come in there in shape. We're competitive. We're in there where everybody's trying to go at each other. We're trying to see who got better last year, who didn't get better. Then you get what your certain coaches. Like for example, I was with Bull Buller, and I had sprint class with him, and sprint class is just spinning your ball on your finger, and we was there every single day for 3 hours, just spinning the ball on your finger, spinning the ball on your finger, no slow spin, spinning the ball on your index finger, then spinning on all your other fingers, then transfer the ball. Like that's people say you look at it and you say, okay, I can do that. All right, you try it. You try to spin the ball on your finger for 20 seconds and make sure it stays there and then transfer and then stays there. And then other things at training camp. What moves you have? We have something called the magic circle. And the magic circle is like the most memorable moment for a Harlem Globetrotter. That's where you show off your height, your weight, your flexibility, and your individuality. And the magic circle, we do that at the beginning of every game. So we want to see what your tricks look like. So, we gotta work on rolling, doing around the world. We do different stuff like putting the ball on your head and
Yep.
you see the little birdie. Look at my little birdie. So it's different moves that we gotta work on. But like I said, you gotta work on your individuality. What do you come up with that makes you who you are and the tricks that you like? And then when you get those tricks and when you're working on those tricks, you don't only work on them at training camp. You
Yeah.
gotta continue working on them. You
Sure.
gotta work on them in the hotel room. You gotta ball with you 24/7. So you
Yep.
will see us. We're walking in the airport and we're working on our moves, and everybody's like, look at these guys, like they're really here, like. So yeah,
Yep.
so it's different, but you got to come in shape. It's competitive. We're basketball players before anything. When we come to a Harlem Globetrotter, you get that. You get that competitive edge. We're trying to win. We're also getting our fans involved,
Hmm.
but we're putting the best product out there for Harlem as a Harlem Globetrotter.
All right, so you got the ball with you. This might be
Uh-huh.
more for our video audience, but walk
All
us
right.
through, maybe explain the best way to spin a ball on your finger because I've never been able to figure it out. I
I
always
think
do it
I
for like 2 seconds. Give us a tip.
I think I can do that.
Okay.
Well, I got big hands. All right. So I got big hands. So I like to put my hands on each seam on the basketball.
Okay.
And then when I do that, I spin the ball this way. So I'm gonna make sure that I spin the ball this way. And when I'm doing that, the last two fingers that's supposed to touch the basketball, as you can see, is my thumb and my index finger.
Okay.
When the ball leaves your hand after you spin it, this is what you want. You want this, and then you want an L, that L shape. Well, that L shape, but you point it
Like
this way.
almost
Upside
like a
down.
James Bond.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And then you gotta give it. So when you do that, remember I got it on the seams, and you gotta give it that flair.
Uh-huh.
That flair is the most important. And then once you give it that flair, you you hold it on your finger. You gotta
Yep.
catch it
Yep.
and your finger. Let's keep in mind.
Right on the
Your
fingertip.
nails
Okay.
on your nails is faster. On your index finger on your skin, it's control.
Okay.
So you gotta have half of the ball on your nail, half of the ball on your skin.
Okay.
And then from there, you go on. So let me show you now.
Okay.
So I'm here, I spin the ball, then you
All
go
right.
with it right here.
Yep.
Hello.
There you go.
Easy.
So
There you go.
okay, I can see it. So you're kind of your finger's a little angled. So you got a little on the finger and a
Yep.
little on the nail. Okay, you got to keep your
Yeah,
nail a
yeah,
little
yeah,
long
yeah.
though.
And I'll show you again. So remember, big
Okay.
hands. You got big hands, and then you land it. Control.
I love it.
There you go. And then you can play
There
with
you
it.
go.
There you go.
Hot rod, baby. So the 2024 World Tour again, stopping through Des Moines, Wells Fargo
Mhm.
Arena, Sunday,
Yep.
January 7th. I was reading that too, that you guys are going to be, you guys give away some balls to people that come in to watch you guys. You guys do.
Yeah, but you can't say all about that. You gotta let them
Okay.
come to the game. Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. We give away balls. We got new Spalding balls. We got Spalding ball for the fans. We got so much gear at the game. If you don't want to wait till the game to get Globetrotter gear, you go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com and you could go get your balls. You could go get your merch, and don't forget, you can also go get a Harlem
Woo.
Globetrotters jersey, hot rod.
Oh, that's clean. That's clean,
Yeah,
hot rod. I
you
love
like this,
that.
right? We got black.
Come on.
Look at it. It's black, 47, and then you got hot rod, and there you
I
go.
might
So
I
you could,
might need one of
and then you
those.
could check us out too. You don't only have to, you go on our website, HarlemGlobetrotters.com. You see everything we're selling, and you can also check us out on NBC, Telemundo, and Peacock. We have a show called, we're on season 2 on Peacock and NBC, called the Harlem Globetrotters Play It Forward. And on Telemundo, it comes on Saturday. Also, it comes on Saturday on NBC. It comes on Telemundo on Saturdays, and it's called Harlem Globetrotters Ganando con la Comunidad, winning with the community. So playing it forward, and you see what we do like on the basketball court. You know who we are. You know we're good. But with this show, you see what we do off the basketball court. The Harlem Globetrotters play it for. I think you guys should go out there and check it out. You see what we do outside of the basketball court. How we go into these communities and help these nonprofit organizations. And for example, we went to a basketball court. The basketball court, it had a backboard, no rim. There was the floor, the concrete was, kind of messed up. And we saw the contractors out there and we said, hey, we're Harlem Globetrotters. We're goodwill ambassadors. We like to help you guys out. And they was like, all right. We put a net, we put a whole rim in there, screwed with the screw gun and everything, and then
Okay.
we helped fix the concrete floor. And now those kids have a place to go and play basketball in the community, a nice
Mhm.
park that they can go shoot some hoops. So yeah, I encourage people to go see that. It's called the Harlem Globetrotters Play It For and on Telemundo on Saturdays. The Harlem Globetrotters ganando con la comunidad. It's love.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, those tickets, harlemglobetrotters.com, highvtix.com as well, if you want to purchase those. A great gift for the holidays. We're going to put this out before Christmas. So if you're looking for that last minute gift, perfect, right? Right, Hot Rod?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. You can never go wrong with
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotter tickets. We coming in. If you've never been to a Harlem Globetrotter game, be prepared to be amazed. We're in there. You're gonna see some amazing slam dunks. You're gonna see some trick passes. We might pick some people out of the crowd. We might go. You might see me go into the crowd, sit next to somebody, and dig into their popcorn and drink some of their soda. And I might be like, oh, this is good. I might want to sit down and watch the game myself. I don't want to play no more. But you got to come to the game and you got to see what we about. The Harlem Globetrotters, January 7th, Wells Fargo's Arena.
Fantastic. One of my favorite parts. I've been to see you guys before. You can purchase that. Is it called a Magic Pass, where it gets you down to
Yeah,
kind of interact with you guys
yeah,
too?
yeah.
Talk about the
Magic Pass.
Magic
Yeah,
Pass.
yeah. Magic Pass. To me, I feel like if you get the Magic Pass, you get the whole Harlem Globetrotter experience because Magic Pass, you get to meet all, not just one of us. You get to meet all of us. Then we have Q&A. You're gonna hear our stories individually, and then ask us questions, what gives the fans to interact with the players. And in Magic Passes, you get to meet the Globetrotters. You get to take pictures, sign autographs, learn a Harlem Globetrotter trick. We get to spin the ball on your finger. It's so much that goes into a Magic Pass. You got to come and purchase that ticket for a Magic Pass. And then we have our fifth quarter after the game. You get to talk to us as well. But you know, it's a large amount of crowd. It's everybody in the stadium, so you only get like people's attentions for like a minute and a half, signing autographs, taking pictures. I encourage people to come and watch the Harlem Globetrotters.
Awesome. He's Hot Rod De La Rosa. I'm Matt Van Winkle for Iowa Everywhere. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to
Happy
everyone.
holidays.